For those of you who don't know, I was detained by Customs and Border Patrol inside of the O'Hare Airport. Customs and Border Patrol agent goes, "Step aside, sir. An agent will come and take you to another location." I was like, "Is that proper protocol?" It's like, "Sometimes it happens." They take me to this back room and we got to talking. And let me tell you folks, the TikTokers that talked about being detained, they were right. It was an insane situation. You know, he's like, "Oh, what are you doing in Chicago?" And I was very revealing. He's like, "Oh, well, since you mentioned that, what do you do as a job?" And I was like, "I'm a Twitch streamer." He's like, "Since you mentioned that, do you talk about the news?" And I was like, "Yeah, I talk about the news." "So when you talk about the news, do you talk about the war?" And I was like, "What do you mean by that?" He's like, "Do you talk about Trump?" What the is this question? Like, I literally straight up told him, I was like, "Why are you asking me this?" Like, what does this have to do with anything? None of these questions are actually valid questions to ask. But I was entertaining it because, one, I didn't want to present it as being difficult because I didn't want to extend the detention. And two, I actually wanted to see how far I could take it.
So to all the leftists, progressives, whatever you want to call yourselves, not Democrats, not talking to you, please don't do what Hasan just did in this story. For those of you unaware, Hasan Piker is a huge Twitch streamer, one of the most popular creators on the platform. He has millions of followers. He is the biggest leftist creator in the US, maybe the world. And he was detained in Chicago, as you heard just there, and he went along with ICE's questioning to see where it goes. He can do that because of his platform. And I respect the hell out of Hasan. I respect his decision to do this as well as a form of journalism. However, I and you do not have millions of followers. So if we tried this at a port of entry in the United States, who knows what happens to us? Hasan is safe, for now at least. You or I gets detained. That is not a news story. So just be very careful and shut up when you're talking to an ICE agent at the airport when you're coming back into the US. What do you say? What do you say in this situation? You show up at the airport, you get pulled aside. What you should say is, "I'm exercising my Fifth Amendment right under the US Constitution to remain silent. I do not wish to speak with you, answer your questions, or sign or give you any documents without a lawyer present." Say that. Don't go along with their questionings. Anything you say will be used against you. It's never worked the other way around. Don't do what he did, and keep your mouth shut, everyone.